Case 325-CV-00028-MMD-CLB Document 1. Now this is an exhibit for a writ for habeas corpus, third and final request for records disclosure. Okay, this is provided to the Nevada Secretary of State. And Dear Shana Bakadal, Deputy Secretary, Custodian of Records, Successors, Agents, I am requesting per NRS 239.010 to inspect or copy a record or portion of record determined to be a confidential pursuant to Section 1 NRS 239.014 by operational administrative officers, legal reasons, property rights. The records in possession or control of the Secretary of State, Nevada, are concerning fraud complaint FF 24-10 for the purpose disclosure of copying pursuant to the Nevada Open Records Act, Section 239 et sec, and or the Freedom of Information Act, Administrative Procedures Act, Federal Questions / Land Patents. Intent. Third request is to obtain copies of a complaint and to identify complainants as a right to know the nature and cause of any accusers and to identify the statement of claim for the due process. Notice of intent to file suit, deposition witnesses regarding perpetuity vote under seal by the Secretary of State, recorded by the attorneys Gail Agnes Kern and Washoe County Recorder as lien claimants, whom are claiming rights to the Peoples of Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association, private property / land patent claims, etc. This third request is not from the general public. I am a member, also voted and placed officer by the members of Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association. This information is required for the upcoming quiet title suits in federal court. The Secretary of State may or may not know that it may be involved in a type of racketeering operation, criminal civil, orchestrated by attorneys / members of Wilcox Ranch POA and officers of Washoe County. The Secretary of State has refused 2 attempts for due process previous. This is the third and final attempt of exhaustion to seek remedy. The Secretary of State is now a lien claimant of property rights, co-acting, depriving the members, individuals, private property owners of their titles, rights, interests, and emergency services by withholding this information after receiving filing fees and blocking commerce under threat of Class C felony. Refusing to identify claimants FF 24-10 fraud complaint. It is believed that it is one or more of the members, possibly James Lee Schreck / Jeffrey Earl Hill, or their attorneys, who have made false deceptive claims while have voted the perpetuity claim of existed under your seal. Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association, Attachment 1. The Secretary of State has been duly noticed of this fact and refuses to respond or investigate. James Lee Schreck / Jeffrey Earl Hill have both made false, deceptive, misleading claims, both verbal and in writing, after receiving benefits from said association or their attorneys in Washoe County records / Secretary of State records. The Secretary of State is at risk being involved in these civil matters while having this knowledge / witnesses. Okay, so they never did respond to this, but here's the perpetuity vote right here that was done by Gail Agnes Kern, where it was voted in by 56 members and 5 officers, representing that this thing was forever. See right there, vote 5 directors, 56 members. President Robert Arthur Nearing. So you can see here that the term for which association shall exist is perpetual. July 23rd, 2018. Okay, there it is right there. So this is just an excerpt from right here, the writ for habeas corpus. There's the case number right there. Stand by.